Hey guys, my name is Like a Crystal and welcome to my channel. So based on the title, you already know why you're here. Before I start, I'm going to do a small introduction and tell you guys more about myself. I am a Filipina YouTuber and I have lived in Switzerland now for about a year, and I have lived in America for about 6 years in my entire life. So the reason why I'm doing this is because this was requested by a friend of mine from America. His name is Matt. Shout out to you. I know you're watching this. And you too, Mai. So the first thing that I'd like to compare is the size of the country. Since Switzerland is very small compared to America, when you drive for like 10 hours straight, in America, you're actually still in the same country. I mean, it depends where you are in the city, but like, you're still in the same country after 10 hours of driving. In Switzerland, however, if you drive for 10 hours straight, you will have already passed by maybe 4 or 5 countries, which is pretty amusing. The second thing that I want to compare is the language. In America, the national language is English, and people actually learn Spanish or German or French in school, but it's super like optional. And in Switzerland, the national languages are German, French, Italian, and Romanish. So a lot of people speak different languages. Sometimes they speak 3 or 4, and like Cyril, he speaks Swiss German. German, it's like one thing though, because they're almost the same. He speaks a little French, and he speaks English, so that's like super impressive about like Swiss people in general. They speak a lot of languages. The third thing that I'd like to compare is super random. It's the open 24 hours thing. In America, everything is open. I mean, not everything, but a lot of things are open for 24 hours. Like Starbucks, McDonald's, like Walmart, if you want to shop. Or do grocery shopping at like 3 in the morning, you can actually do that. But in Switzerland, around 7 or maybe sometimes even 5, a lot of stores are already closed. So the open 24 hours thing only exists in a gas station and in the train station. So I think that's very like, I don't know, disadvantagey or something, because you don't get to do what you want at a certain time. The fourth thing that I'd like to point out or compare is the legal age of drinking. In Switzerland, it's pretty early. In 16, you can actually drink beer already. And when you're 18, you can drink like hard liquors and stuff like rum and vodka and stuff like that. In America, we all know it's 21. I mean, there's a lot of parties that are like, woo, I'm 21, because I had one. So yeah, that's why I know it. But it's really funny. I think in here, it's very cool because you get to learn how to drink beer. I mean, not learn it, but like you're legally allowed to drink beer before you're actually driving. So I think it's kind of smart, because then you know not to drive while you're drunk or something, because you have already like had. Again, I'm going to compare something about like alcoholic drinks. In Switzerland, it's actually allowed to drink in public. Like, you can just go to a park and open a beer. You can go to the train station. I actually see a lot of people that do this. Like, they just come out of work and they just buy a beer in the train station, then they just ride the train and open a bottle of beer and just like, you know, relax and stuff like that. I mean, I think it's very chill, but in America that would never happen. I mean, it's allowed in Las Vegas, but I'm not sure where else it's allowed. But other than that place, like that specific place, you're not allowed to drink in public at all. You will get a ticket if you actually drink in public in America. Another thing that I'd like to compare or like point out in like the living differences is the prices here in Switzerland. It is crazy expensive here. But when I compare Switzerland to America, in America you actually get a lot of food for like $10. In Switzerland, however, you don't get a lot of food for $10. Like, for example, in McDonald's, the Big Mac here in Switzerland, like just the Big Mac, just the sandwich, is 650 Swiss francs. That's like $660 for just the sandwich. And in America, the burger is $5. Oh, and another funny thing that's like super American, the free refills for drinks. When you go to Europe, you don't really get that. The large cup of like a drink in Switzerland is probably a medium or a small in America. And another thing that I'd like to compare is the sundae in America and the sundae in Switzerland. If you want to visit Switzerland for just a day for some weird reason, don't go on a Sunday because everything is closed. Like for me, this is like the weirdest thing ever because I lived in like really big cities in America where every Sunday everything is open. Like that's actually the days where they want to be open because that's when the people are free. But in Switzerland, it's family day, so people are actually forced to stay inside, spend time, and not go anywhere else because it's closed. Oh, and just a little funny thing that I'm always complaining about. In America, ACs are very popular, especially in California. Sorry for the background noise. But in Europe, it does not exist. Like, I don't understand why they don't have AC here. I mean, they probably do in like trains and stuff, but in houses, they don't have it. So I'm dying from the heat like constantly from today until the end of summer or something. Another thing that I'd like to compare is the public transportation. In America, it's very kind of disorganized because there's so many companies that are like, you know, trying to have their own companies. I don't know if that makes sense. Like they have Greyhound and there's like a local bus in New York, there's a local bus in Chicago, there's a local bus in almost every single city. But in Switzerland, we only have like one big branded like bus or transportation, which is the SBB. So if you have this like card that you can buy every single month, you can just like use it for the bus, train, tram, and everything. You can just use it for your public transportation. There's only one card for the whole country. The last thing that I want to compare, please don't hate me if you're Swiss. I am just generalizing here, so please don't judge me. People here in Switzerland are very quiet. Like if you go to the train station, people are genuinely very quiet. Like there's even like cabins where it's like a silence area or something where nobody talks or where you're not allowed to like talk, where people just like, I don't know. Like in general, Swiss people are very quiet and very shy. But again, this is a generalization. And in America, when you compare it to America, Americans are very loud. Like in the streets, you can actually hear people yell, "Hey, la 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 la." Even I do that when I like, you know, talk to somebody. When I'm outside of the apartment or in the window outside of my apartment, I can just yell at people outside. And that's super normal, but in here that's like probably very weird for them because that doesn't really happen here or something. Like I've never heard someone yell from their window to the outside or something. So I don't know, that's like a really funny like generalization. And that is all for today. I'm really sorry if some of my points here are very shallow. I have only lived here again for just a year and I haven't been exposed to like, you know, everything. So my view is kind of very like black and white or something. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had fun making the list and I thought some of these things were funny and I hope you guys think so too. Thank you guys for watching and see you guys in the next video.